How's everybody doing today? I don't even know what day it is. What day is it? Wednesday, hump day. I've still got eight more inspections this week, 13 total, and we're already excuse me, filling up next week, and we are in the very end of September, moving into October, and the weather's going to get a little cooler and the leaves are going to turn and people are going to be chilling inside. So excuse me, this morning I had the privilege of speaking with Scott Vosberg from Foster Vosberg EXP Realty, I believe, and was on the, I believe it's Triad Top Realtors, Top Triad Realtors, Top Triad Realtors, or Triad Top Realtors, something like that. So we talked about some things this morning. I felt the interview went okay. I'm just overwhelmed right now, and I've got a lot on my mind, and I just felt like I couldn't think straight and get things out, and you know, it happens. So I apologize if I felt or seemed to be kind of flustered. Just a lot going on, and immediately as soon as that discussion was over, I mean, I was out the door to my inspection, which was a 4,500 square foot home, and you know, that was around, I had to be there at lunch, and so I'm just now heading back home, and it's right around 5 o'clock. So it's been, I'd say it's been a good day. It's been very productive. My afternoon inspection was productive. Nice home, and wasn't a lot going on there, just other than the fact that they are in the middle of packing, which can cause some issues as far as being for some things to be accessible, like some outlets or some windows to check the function of those devices, items. So it's kind of limited to a sense. Big house though, and it wasn't a lot of stuff, you know, going on there, other than some aged appliances and a couple roof repairs were noted, and a little bit of effervescence in the crawl space, and pretty much everything else, it's safe to say that there were more so maintenance items. So overall it was a good inspection, and just walked around with my buyer and let them see what they wanted to see and ask what they wanted to ask, and got to keep that line of communication open and just let them look and measure and do what they got to do and just get it all out. Excuse me. And I know a lot of times once people leave or they're at home and they start thinking, well, I didn't ask him this, I should have asked him that, email me, just straight up just email me, info@hometechinspections.com, or you can even use the scheduling email address, which is schedule@hometechnc.com, and Hometech is HOMETEK, Hometech. So tomorrow I've got 3, Friday I've got 3, Saturday I've got 2, and then we're moving into the following week. And the phone has just been ringing steady off the hook, and I'm looking to get somebody in here with me. I've placed some things on my social media, and so you've got to be licensed. No ifs, ands, or buts. You have to be licensed, and I would like somebody that can follow direction, and it's a quick learner. It's not going to cut corners, and just be proficient in what you do, and be there for the client. I mean, this is a stressful time in their life, and they've got so much on them, and they've got money coming here and going there, and it all adds up, and you just want them to just feel at ease and comfort the best that you can, and answering any all questions, and just be there. I mean, period. And just guide them through everything, and make sure that they're satisfied with their answers, the answers you give them, and just give them what advice you want to give without stepping over your boundaries, and just be there for them 100%. Also, somebody that is willing to work weekends, and in the summer months you'll be working early evenings. I'm going to say you could do 4 to 6. I could do some 6 to 8s in the peak of the summer. But once you get down near the September, it starts getting darker a lot quicker, and the sun starts going down. So I've cut back on those. So this is the last month that we're doing late or afternoon inspections. So I mentioned that several times. Just somebody that's not scared of crawl spaces or attics, or not scared to get dirty, because you're going to get dirty. Or, wear a crawl suit, knee pads, gloves, whatever, but there may be some instances where you're going to get dirty, and don't be scared to talk with the client, and just don't talk their head off, but have conversations, and make sure that they're happy with everything, and that's just the main thing, because they may move in and you may not have discussed something with them, or maybe you may have, and maybe you just need to give them a reminder. We discussed this, or I discussed that, or it's in the report. Never ever talk about a report without it being in front of you, because there's always, you're going to assume stuff. I think it's in there, but I'm not sure. That type of deal. Always have the report in front of you when going over anything. Always tell my clients, I'm not in front of my computer. I can't see the report, not right now. And I understand there may be wanting to find an answer immediately, but sometimes we're just not in the position to do that. And most will understand, but there's all walks of life you're going to deal with. Some people are just they're just that way, and they want it now. They want it yesterday. So you're gonna have to deal with attitudes, and some people that think their crap don't stink, and it's just humans in general. We're all different, and so that's the thing too. Also, today we talked about some things that agents want to be on the lookout for when showing a property, and we kind of got off topic there. and I mentioned some things, but I didn't get to a couple other things that I'm going to bring up now real quick before I pull in my drive, which is right around the corner. But another thing, when you're on the exterior of the home, pay close attention to the sidewalk areas for any cracks or any sinking or anything like that, and you want to make sure to check for vegetation touching or overhanging the home. You want to look for dead trees or anything that may presume to be dead. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but there are some signs. If you don't know, just ask. Ask questions. It's the only way you're going to learn anything. Is to ask and find an answer. Also, you want to look for foundation vents. Make sure they've got adequate space before the grading. That they don't need foundation vents, because that may be a sign that there's water intrusion into the crawl space area. Check for gutters. Make sure there are gutters. If there are gutters, make sure to see if they terminate underground as far as the downspout goes, or if the downspout is damaged, because that can cause a lot of water intrusion into the crawl space as well. Sloping, grading of the exterior is a big thing. I want to check the light fixtures, make sure they're not loose. I've seen some that are loose or hanging, and the wiring components and the boxes and stuff are into the elements. You can see behind it, they're not sealed around, and you're getting water in there. Can cause issues. There's just I mean, a home inspector looks at so many components and so many things that a lot of people don't think of. Just today, my afternoon inspection, was going through the summary, and one of the buyers, it's a couple, husband and wife, and she was like, I never even noticed that until now. I never even noticed that till now. And now it's like, oh, they're like, wow, I never even noticed that. So now it becomes a concern to them. It's right there in your face, but most people aren't going to know what to look for. They don't know what we're looking for, and they don't know requirements on things, and the heights and the depths, and where things are safe as far as railings and thresholds and types of flooring and installation methods and stuff like that. They just don't know. They may see one thing and not even realize it's another thing. So there's a lot to home inspections. I mean, you're looking at thousands of components in each house, and there's just so much you got to remember. And you just try to find a place to store it. There's a lot of questions that I can't answer, but I'm willing and I'm able, and I will do what I can to research that and get my client an answer as soon as I can. If we're at the inspection, I'll research it and I'll put something in the report, or I'll give them a call, or I'll send them an email. And so that's another thing. Being that I did do contracting work for a while, I don't, I mean, there's some things that I will give my recommendation, but any technical questions or any other questions, I refer it to the proper professional. Or if they have a question about something and I don't know the answer, excuse me, I've got a lot of contacts as far as licensed plumbers, licensed electricians, roofers, general contractors. I've got people that I can reach out to give me a good solid answer or their opinion on something, to get back to the client so they'll have their answer. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot to this, and you don't realize how many, until you're like in the industry of something. It's kind of crazy that how many inspections I do a year, And you think about all the other inspectors and all the other inspectors and all we're doing a year. I mean, what, I'm 400 or so a year, and this inspector's probably that, and this one, and this one. And then you think about all the realtors. So you think that there's a lot of people moving constantly. There's people buying houses constantly. So that just keeps everything going. It keeps the contractors going, the electrician, all the tradesmen, roofers, and everything's just like a cycle, so it's pretty neat to see that. Just like in any industry, if you're in retail, you start noticing things that you don't realize when you're just a regular consumer in a store. You just kind of see the ins and outs of it and how things work and function, and how things are done. It's really neat. Wife is gone again. So anyway, pulling in the drive here. Why did he park there? Still looking at my fence when I pull in. Today would have been a good day to do it, but oh well. So also went over the tools that I use and their function. And what else did we talk about? Things about the HVACs, the refrigerant, and keeping maintenance on your HVAC. But there is a replacement R407C that will replace R22, and from what I've been reading on it, it's not recommended, or do not put in the R047 while there is still R22 in the unit. They run different oils, and I'm thinking the dryer would have to be replaced, and the filter dryer is a filter. It goes on your line set, your high side, low side, high side. Yeah, the high side. Yeah, the thin line. Anyway. So yeah, and I think they may have to vacuum the unit down. I'm not sure how they do the changeover. I've just been reading about replacement refrigerants just to kind of give clients some information on it, because not everybody's in a position to go ahead and change out their unit to a R410A system. So there is the 407C, which I'm not sure about the procedure to doing that, but I will do some more research on that and let you guys know how that all works. But guess that's about it, man. I'm gonna get in here and find my phone. Right here. So you're gonna tab this out. Well, it's already tabbed out. I just gotta send it to the cloud. But get here and do my report, man, and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a long one. I probably want to be doing a video for a while, at least a few days, because my mind's gonna be twisted for sure. Doing 3 one day, then 3 the next day, and then the weekend too, and then having 1 day off. So yeah, my plate's gonna be full. So guys, I'm gonna get out of here. If you have any questions or concerns or anything, just let me know. You can text 336-989-8185, and Vanessa will get that over to me. If you want to book an inspection through text, 336-989-8185, Vanessa will get that set up for you. Or you can go online to greensboroinspector.com, scroll down, and you're going to see the scheduling page. And the way it works is I've switched over to a different one. Now there's certain days and certain times that are available. It won't allow you to do your own time. If you want to do your own time, please call and speak to Vanessa and we will work something out. But by doing it this way, I know what times are available and what's already filled. And that way, if somebody calls and, you know, if it's scheduled online, I'm doing 8:30, I think it's 12, and then I was doing the afternoon, doing one time in the afternoon. So if somebody does an 8:30 and then you call and you want a 9:30 on the same day, that time is not going to be available online. But if you call and maybe you want something a little earlier than 12 o'clock, we'll see what we can do. Depending on the first inspection, it may just be a condo and I may just be there an hour and a half. It just depends on the property, where it's located, you know, driving time and all that. And also depends on getting another person in here. So we're at the point now where we're just spilling over and I'm doing threes, and people are just wanting to get fitted in. So I'm at that point where I really need somebody in here that's ready to just go, that has their license, that has just renewed their license and went to the CE and all that, and that is ready to go. You know, even part-time. We do offer a retirement plan, and you know, I'm working on some other stuff, but that all just takes time. But we can talk about all the ins and outs and ups and downs and the salary and or pay scale and all that stuff. That all comes, you know, in time, and get it all worked out. I'm going to require whoever takes the position is going to be required to do online classes and certifications and stuff on a regular basis through InterNACHI, to keep their mind fresh and to learn new things and be able to answer questions and to actually know what you're talking about, and have the certifications to back you up. And the InterNACHI credits do go towards your North Carolina credits as well. So you're going to learn a lot to the InterNACHI stuff, and that's going to be, the more you learn, the more your pay is going to go up. So you may feel like you're starting out low, but the more you put in, the more you're going to get out of it, and it's all going to be worth it in the end, because you can become a certified professional inspector and earn that badge, and then you can become a certified master inspector after 3 years. So, you know, there's growth potential, and there's incentives, and you know, there's always room to learn new things. There's always new things to learn, and courses and things are updated and changed, and just like installation methods of things, how they change. So it's a good opportunity for somebody who that can dive in and wants to take ownership of their position, and you know, just be a leader, and you know, guide the homeowner, and somebody that can learn the software and pick it up pretty easy And you know, I know there's going to be mishaps and stuff, learning new software and needing to reach out and how do I do this, how do I do this, or this didn't do this, what do I do? And you know, I understand all that. We've all been through it, and you know, it's going to happen. So it still happens to me. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, man, and you guys take care. If you need a home inspection, schedule at hometechnc.com or give us a call, 336-989-8185, or you can also send a text, 336-989-8185. See you guys later. Peace.